On a family cruise, my daughter waited 3 hours in the blazing sun alone. Her own family had gone on a private excursion and given her spot to her cousin. When we found her, she didn't cry. She just looked at me and said, "Will you do what you promised?" I said, "Yes." By dinner, the whole family was in panic mode. And it wasn't because they missed her. It was because they couldn't go on their next adventure, because we were gone. If you've ever been told your child doesn't really belong, if you've ever been made to feel like a burden for loving your family too much, hit that subscribe button right now. Like this video. Because what happens next isn't just justice. It's the moment a mother chooses her daughter over everyone else. Let's dive in. My name is Aurora. I'm 42 years old. And this is the story of how I lost a family and found my daughter. It started on a cruise, supposedly a family bonding experience. 5 days at sea, shared cabins, group activities, cousins running wild. And my daughter, Celia, 11 years old, who had been counting down the days to the snorkeling and cliff-jumping excursion like it was the highlight of her life. She packed her goggles, her camera, her favorite swimsuit, practiced jumping into the pool, so she'd be ready. She kept saying, "I think they'll really like me this time." I wanted to believe her, but I knew better. You see, Celia isn't my biological daughter. She's our adopted daughter. We fought for 4 years to become parents. Years of infertility. Years of hope. Years of sitting in waiting rooms, willing my body to work. And then one day, we met Celia. She was 6. Brown eyes. Tightly coiled curls. Arms crossed like she was holding her heart in. She didn't speak that first night. Just sat on the edge of her bed, like she was already waiting to be disappointed. It took months for her to call me Mom. When she finally did, she whispered it like a test. I pretended not to hear, then went into the bathroom and cried for 10 minutes straight. We fought for her. Every court date, every caseworker call, every sleepless night wondering if someone would take her away. And then the judge said yes. She was ours.
But not everyone saw her that way.
The cracks started small. At Thanksgiving, everyone got matching family shirts, except Celia. She wore a plain pink sweatshirt. When she asked if hers got lost, my nephew Joel laughed and said, "Oh, I didn't think you'd want one. You're more introverted." I started to speak. My mom gave me that look. Don't ruin the day. So I stayed quiet. Next time, a family reunion group text sent to everyone but me. Then a Christmas slideshow, photos of every niece and nephew, except Celia. Then a birthday party where every kid got a goodie bag, except hers. It had a broken crayon, a pen, and a peppermint. "She's older," my sister Jill said. "The others are still into that stuff." She was 9. And every time Celia tried to connect, she was held at arm's length. The cousins would whisper in clusters. She'd hover on the edge, holding her plate like it might earn her an invitation. One night, she looked at me and said, "Do you think they think I'm just visiting? Like this is a trial?" That was the moment I stopped pretending. Daniel, my husband, sat her down. "If they ever make you feel small again, we'll walk away. No more second chances. We don't need their permission to protect you." She nodded.
Cool.
So when the cruise came up, I hesitated. But Celia was excited. "It'll be different this time," she said. And I wanted to believe her. The morning of the excursion, we kissed her goodbye. "Have fun," we said. "Be safe." She waved, proud to be going without us, proud to be one of them. And then they left her. Jill gave her spot to her son Asher. "He wanted to go," she said. "Celia should understand." So Celia waited. 3 hours. In the hot sun. No shade. No snacks. No phone battery. Just her towel and her goggles. When we found her, she wasn't crying. That made it worse. Her cheeks were flushed. Her hair stuck to her forehead. Her lips cracked. Daniel's jaw clenched, so tight I thought it might break. "She didn't even ask me," Celia said quietly. "She just told me to understand." Then she looked at me. Not angry. Not sad. Just tired. And she said, "Does it count? Will you do what you promised?" I didn't hesitate. Yes, I said. I will. She smiled.
Cool.
We didn't go back to the ship. We walked her to a hotel just past the boardwalk. Booked a room. Said nothing. In the elevator, she peeled off her towel like it weighed a ton. Her arms were sunburned. I helped her rinse off. Daniel ordered milkshakes and fries. She drank hers in one long sip, then fell asleep without asking what was next. That night, we found a flyer. Private snorkeling charter. Leaves tomorrow morning. Daniel booked it for 3. The next day, Celia woke up smiling. We didn't tell the family. We didn't explain. We just disappeared. And that's when the panic started. The group chat exploded. Where did you go? Everything okay? We were looking for you at dinner. We ignored them. Then Jill, hey, you were supposed to sign in for the dolphin swim tomorrow. What's going on? My mom jumped in. This is putting so much pressure on Jill. Can someone call them? Then silence. Then 12 missed calls in 10 minutes. Then the bomb. One of the parents. Guys, the kids can't do the water park day without 2 more chaperones. We literally can't go. That's when the group chat melted down. Who's watching the toddlers? What about the group booking refund? My kids are crying. And then Joel. You've ruined this entire trip. Daniel laughed. The quiet, cold kind. The kind that says, you just proved my point. We didn't respond. The next morning, blurry photos flooded the group chat. Half the kids standing in street clothes in front of the ziplining banner. Not allowed to enter. Too many kids. Not enough adults. No refunds. Jill tried to negotiate. The staff didn't budge. By midday, she was texting us. You owe us. At least pay for the excursion you bailed on. We didn't answer. Daniel put his phone on airplane mode. Celia asked if we could get snow cones. Later, a quiet message from Melissa, my cousin's wife. I saw what happened. It didn't feel right. That was the first crack. Then more came. I saw Asher running ahead yelling he took her spot. My daughter asked why Celia wasn't allowed to come. Jill told them she wasn't really a cousin. I heard Jill joke that Celia was Daniel's bonus child. She's always left out of group photos. And then Nora, Jill's own niece. We all know this wasn't a one-time thing. You've been treating Celia like she's not one of us since day one. I'm not pretending anymore. The family split. Some stayed with Jill. Said we were too sensitive. Said kids don't notice. Others sent messages. I'm proud of you. I wish I'd stood up sooner. I'm glad someone finally did. And Celia? She got texts from cousins she'd never been close to. I'm sorry. I miss you. Can we hang out? We blocked Jill and my parents after my mom said, you're tearing this family apart over one hurt feeling. Celia read it over my shoulder. She didn't say anything. She just went to her room. The next morning we asked her, who do you want to invite over this summer? She said, can I pick? We said, yes. She named 4 cousins, the ones who reached out. We made a group chat. Planned a weekend trip. It felt good.
Quiet. Clean.
Like starting over. Underscore 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 underscore. 4. Resolution and reflection. 11:41 to 13:10. It's been 5 years. Celia just turned 16. She spent her birthday at the beach with 3 of those cousins, the ones who stuck around, the ones who chose kindness. They brought cupcakes. Not out of guilt.
Because they wanted to.
One gave her a book with a handwritten note. She read it twice. She remembers that cruise. Not the ship. Not the excursions. She remembers the dock. The heat. The towel she wouldn't put down. She remembers what it felt like to be left. But more than that, she remembers what happened next. She remembers what it meant when we chose her. And so do I. We lost a lot of people that day. But we didn't lose ourselves. Sometimes I wonder, did we go too far? Or did we just finally stop shrinking? Because the sweetest revenge isn't destruction. It's building a life so full of love that lies can't survive in it. It's watching your daughter walk into a room, straighter, prouder, like she knows she belongs. Because we made a world where that's true. Not by force, but by finally saying, this is enough. And meaning it. If this story moved you, if you've ever been made to feel like your child doesn't belong, hit like, subscribe, and share this video. Leave a comment. Have you ever had to choose your child over your family? What gave you the strength? We read every one, because stories like this, they're not just about revenge. They're about love. And love, that's worth fighting for.